So, Fedor, let's talk about all these, tournament date clashes that popped up as soon as the WPA and Matchroom had their arrangement to allow all the players to play wherever they wanted. Came this big flow of tournament announcements, and not surprisingly, in the second half of the year, fourth quarter of the year, a lot of conflicts with big events. You've got the Hanoi Open, WNT Hanoi Open, clashing with World 8-Ball Championship and a couple other events there in Indonesia in early October. And then mid-October, you've got the Reyes Cup and the Philippine Open, both kind of, bumping into the Qatar 10-Ball World Cup, which is a $400,000+ event. I'm sure you've been looking at your calendar. What's going through your mind?
Well, I mean, the first thought that goes into a player's mind probably is that probably the promoters don't care as much, when things like this happen, especially, looking back at the first half of the year, WPA or Matchroom, they didn't really schedule any tournaments in the first half of the year. So knowing or looking ahead, if they knew that they were going to sign a deal, it was kind of obvious that the clashes will happen. So it's kind of, it's strange that, they make an agreement and they start working together. And then as soon as they do that, they announce the tournaments on top of each other. So it's not the first time that we're experiencing that. But it's unfortunate that we or them they don't learn from the past.
Yeah, well, it's certainly unfortunate, and there's a lot of finger pointing on who had their dates set first, and this event's always in this place, so why did you put your event on top of mine? There's a lot of those arguments. But when push comes to shove, you're going to have to make some decisions on which events to go to. What will determine those decisions for you? Will it be strictly a prize money issue? Will it be a notoriety issue? Will it be a loyalty issue? I mean, what's going to help you determine where you go?
For me, it's probably more complicated than for any other player because, if you look at the tournament in Indonesia, it's going to be World 8-Ball Championships, and then they also announced a very cool format, a men's doubles World Championships. As far as I know, since in WPA sanctioned events or WPA tournaments such as World Championships, I have to represent a Russian federation since I don't have a U.S. passport now to represent United States. And a doubles event considered a team event. And as far as I know, the Russian athletes, they are not allowed to participate in team events at the moment. So I will only be eligible to play in the 8-ball event. Plus, on the other hand, Hanoi Open is probably, Hanoi and Vietnam is just it's my second home. It's where my fan base come from, and it would be really unfortunate for me to miss the event. The prize money, I'm pretty sure the prize money for the World 8-Ball is going to be big. Probably, 2-3 times more than Hanoi Open, maybe even more. So it's definitely a really tough decision that top players, and it's going to be even a tougher decision to make for, a second and third tier players.
Well, if I'm a second or third tier player, I'm going where you guys don't.
Well, the thing is, the players are going to split up.
Yeah.
The players are going to split up. That Filler is going to go to the World Championships. That Shaw is going to go to Matchroom event. That's my guess. SVB, I have no idea.
Have other players been in contact with you? Kind of, have you guys tossed around ideas or heard arguments to and for and against from different players?
No, but I mean, every player is reacting the same. Everybody is open on Facebook and seeing a post that discussing the clash of dates, and everybody's like, "Here we go again, here we go again," and that's what goes through everybody's mind, I'm sure. But no, really, I think the players are going to decide last minute because World 8 Ball didn't announce any info about the event. So nobody knows the payouts. Nobody knows what it is. And the same thing with the second clash as well.
Yeah. Well, it's going to be some tough decisions come out for everybody. We hope that, certainly we all hope that by 2026, the promoters and the WPA can get together a little bit better and try to avoid this. I mean, having all these great events in Asia, say, all back to back to back would be a great thing for the pros, regardless of who the promoter is. But having them on top of each other certainly doesn't do any good.
For sure.
Yeah. Well, good luck with those decisions, and we'll wait and hear what they are.
Yeah. Thank you. I definitely need some guidance, probably.